There are some albums which make an impression on you for a lifetime and you'll always revisit with a certain romance. For me, one of those albums is What Did You Expect from the Vaccines by, well, the Vaccines. And the album solidified my love for the band, soundtracking a lot of my teenage memories of early gigs, festivals, and generally growing into and understanding one's own adult life. Deep stuff. As a result, I've always been excited for any new release by the Vaccines, and generally speaking, have really enjoyed everything they've put out. And they're a band that feels as safe and as homely as Arctic Monkeys to me. I was also super into Justin and Timothy's side projects, Halloweens, providing those groovier aspects of Vaccine songs and punch straight into the Rainbow Road full throttle, with fantastic songs such as My Baby Looks Good with Another. And I'd highly recommend checking Halloweens out if you enjoy the Vaccines or general groovy vibes. And further to this, if you've never heard it, be certain to check out Justin's original solo work of JJ Pistolet for some truly heartwarming love songs. But coming to the main point of the video, where on earth are the Vaccines at the moment? Now, outside of every time you search anything about the band The Vaccines, taking you on a rough detour of a certain worldwide issue that occurred a number of years ago, specifically in March 2020, long-term guitarist of the band Freddie Cowan sadly left. But all seemed amicable between the band and Freddie, with him stating he has a strong love for them all, and many man tears were shed, mostly by myself after reading the statement. Alongside this, we haven't actually heard any new albums from the Vaccine since 2021 with Back in Love City, notably a rather groovy album with some interesting Texan guitar features that did work overall. And honestly, I think Pink Water Pistol is potentially one of their greatest songs. Saying this though, we did have EP Planet of the Youth in April 2022, which really didn't work for me. Not feel like anything to do with the Vaccines. It felt like a half-baked Halloweens project that really should have been developed a bit further to me. Apologies for any hate. And whilst the band has been performing at live shows and festivals throughout the summer, it's now coming up to nearly a year and a half of no new releases at all. Not even singles or teasers for the future. And I do suppose in some aspects this might potentially make sense, as if Freddie's left the band and he was a long-standing member, that might take up the majority of time and also slow down any writing process, alongside then having to get used to writing new music without him. However, we do now have a tiny drop of hope. After a Twitter Q&A with the Vaccines released this holy grail of hope. And remember, it is always the hope that kills you. Stating that a new album will be coming within half a year or so. So if it does seem that we will be getting a new album in the next 6 months-ish, meaning later 2023 or early 2024, and with the Vaccines tending to favour a release month of around March to May time, I'd probably bet it'd be March 2024 for a new album, which is just a little over 6 months away. But this does also mean we could potentially be hearing some new singles by the Vaccines in the next coming months. But once again, it's always the hope that kills you. If I'm being completely honest, I really hope that any new future content we hear does come more in the style of Back in Love City and not Planet of the Youth. Obviously, I prefer their more original release sound, which absolutely blew me away. And I also full on loved Combat Sports back in 2018, which as an album somehow managed to recapture those feelings of their early days, but made you aware that time had passed on and they weren't quite the same. And to be honest, I fully understand that bands change and they change their sound and they develop the ways which they do things and they enjoy other things more. So we won't be realistically getting that early Vaccine sound again, which is absolutely fine with me. Because to be fair, I did really enjoy Back in Love City, so I'd lean into something sounding like that where we still have elements of classic indie rock roots, but with that more modernistic production style, which the band seems to be enjoying, as I said. But hopefully, all shall be revealed in the next few months and we get to hear a taste of what they're preparing for us. And I can't wait to see them live again for what will likely be the 10 millionth time. Do let me know how you feel about the Vaccines and their quiet absence from new releases, and what you hope their new releases will sound like. But till then, let's all just hold on to the hope that something is coming out soon. As always, feel free to like and subscribe if you're new here. And on that note, I think I'll say ta-ra for now, and I'll see you later.